let's look at our head. All right. Ears. Now, if I put them in up like this, you can see he's going to look more like a mouse. I want him to look like a bear. So I want these ears to be, down a little to the side. I'm going to pinch them in again too as I'm putting them on, so they look like Pooh Bear ears. That looks like a pretty reasonable Pooh Bear ear. So let's get the other one to match. It's sculpture really that you're doing, and you can change it as you go. And ears can be expressive too, right? If they're tilted a bit, you get some expression in that. But I think I'm happy. I think I'm pretty happy with what we have there. But now we look at the back and we see, is this smooth? It needs to be smooth. So then depending on how the back of your head looks at this point and how you feel about it, I think that I feel like what I want to do is again use just a little piece, just a small little piece of wool, just about that much, even less. Just play with them till you have them where you want them. I like this. I think this is good. Okay. So, Pooh Bear has, at the tip of his nose, a little black dot. And Milne's Pooh was just the smallest little lines that made him, that gave him all that expression. But it was really very little, not a ton of detail. So we need a small amount. Moisten your hand and then roll onto your fingers. Roll. So we've got a nice little dot. A nice little dot. Nice little dot for that nose. Doop. And position it right up at the top. And our animal portraits, we spend a lot of time on the nose, making it look realistic, but that's a portrait of a somewhat realistic portrait of a dog. But this is a little stuffed bear. He just needs a dot. He just needs a little nose dot. Pooh Bear's little turned up nose. Then, 2 eyeballs. We want to make sure they're the same size. two. Let's put them side by side. Are they the same size? I think down there is more where those eyeballs need to be. Now I feel very much like I want these ears up closer. Pooh Bear's face is everything. All right, now for lines, which is what the mouth and the eyebrows are, we're going to twist, twist, check that thickness. I feel like the mouth is going to be just a little bit thicker than that. Doubling it. Twist, twist, twist. Okay. He's smiley. So we're going to go just like that. And let's line up the one side to just past the center of that eye, the top of this smile. And then up and around, same spot, on the other side. There's Pooh Bear smile. So when you have a few wisps like this, you can curl them around your needle by twirling it, and then boop, in they go. There's a sweet smile for a Pooh Bear. I'm doing this to accentuate a little bit more that upturned face. There we go. That helped, didn't it? And he's a little crooked, which I don't hate. I think that little crooked face is cute. Has personality. All right. Now for eyebrows. So those bits that we cut off, I think will be just exactly the right size for those eyebrows. Let's see. You don't want to make work for yourself unnecessarily by trying to use something that's not really going to work. So that eyebrow is really a little thicker. Try this one. That seems more right. And then we see the eyebrow starts on the inside corner of the eye, and it does tilt downward a bit. Pooh Bear, I don't think it should be quite that long. Just took a little bit off there. It's a short brow. And then I'm going to grab those edges like this. I've got a little bit of yellow in there. It's all right. It worked. Okay. Pooh Bear eye. I'm just coming in and making that eye a little bit smaller. And this guy too. This coming in at the edges doesn't hurt for reinforcing that round shape either. Is my thickness the same? One eyebrow is definitely larger than the other, but I think I like the larger one. So let's see. Smile. Smile even. Smile even. Nose. I've thought on it and I want more nose. I think his nose is a big part of his face. I do like it to be a little pointy. So you're small and bear-like, not long and mouse-like, Pooh Bear. So let's see what we have here. Pooh number 1, Pooh number 2. I think that nose up a bit more. Right, that makes a lot of the difference, bringing that nose up. Yeah, that helps. And I feel like the eyes are too pronounced. So what do you think about giving him a little bit more cheek? I like that idea. A little bit more cheek for you, Poob. My little Poob. Poobus Barris. And not too much, because you don't want to create these lines. You want it to end up being seamless. Bring this into the nose a little bit. Just a little bit more cheek for you, Mr. Pooh. You're pretty cute. Hello, Pooh. Okay, coming back to this, and clearly from a different workspace, but here we are, and I'm looking at Pooh's body, and it needs to be a little more rumbly tumbly. See how he's a little too thin for Pooh Bear. So that's an easy fix. We're just going to give him more body. So we do that by adding felt. Not too much at once. And we're just going to go around a few times and give him more tumbly, more rumbly tumbly. Okay, let's assemble Pooh. We're going to begin at the bottom by assembling his legs. So we have our chubbier body here, and that seems about right. Making sure that these ends here are wispy and not too tight. So if they're tight, pull them. probably the length of the leg that we want. And then, see, the way that we've pulled the wool out. By pulling the wool out, we can now seamlessly attach, incorporating those bits into the body. And I want this like close to the body, so I'm going to go in quite deep, but still straight so that I don't break my needle. There's one leg, and here's the second leg, so I'm going to pull this so it's nice and loose. And then make sure you've got the same length. That looks good. Check to make sure you're positioned in the same spot on the body. Okay. I'm going to come around and wrap at the end. So I don't have to worry too much about little bumps here. I want it smooth, but we're going to even it out quite a bit with that wrap at the end. And that will be the same with the arms. That looks pretty good. Now attaching the arms, and again making sure you have things pretty loose. Coming around the back into the shoulder. Really, you're creating a shoulder. Pooh doesn't have a tremendous lot of shoulder. And now, second paw, and we want to make sure they're even. Okay. Okay, that looks about right from the front. Okay, now what we want to do though is we want to smooth this out. See how it's looking kind of Frankenstein's monster-y? We don't really want that. So I'm going to take some just a really thin layer. Just to smooth out the back. sweet little tubby boy. Now, on with his head. So I want to go through, again, not trying to bend the needle, but going through at an angle. Pooh Bear has no neck. So from head into body, and then also from body into head. You don't want his head to pop off. Okay, I feel comfortable with that. And now Pooh Bear. You turn him around, look at him from all angles. And finesse until you have exactly what you want. Sweet little bear. So I'm going to attach his honey pot 2 ways. I'm going to attach it through his arm. He holds on to it. Hold on to your honey pot, bear. And then also to his body. He does not want to lose his honey pot. Pooh Bear. Very happy. He's very happy with his pot of honey. There we go. AA Milne's Winnie the Pooh from the original illustrations from the original book. See here now, that's going to bother me. So hold on. Not quite done. I think he needs a little bit more cover up there. All right. So there we have Winnie the Pooh. Hope that you join us again soon. We do also have Piglet for you to create. Have a great day. You make beautiful things.